Hey y'all, welcome to the Joy of Yoga. I'm Scola and I'm with my beautiful friend Gigi.
Hi, you guys can find me at Gigi Renee James.
She's a super awesome chica and she's never done acro before. So we're gonna do a flow that is about trusting the process and trusting your partner. So we'll go ahead and get started on our mat. We're actually going to come back to back standing. Oh, I'm gonna turn and face the camera and you come back behind me. So we're gonna come back to back. Our feet are just a little bit spaced apart, maybe 4 to 6 inches away from each other. And then you can step your feet out just a little bit wider. Beautiful. So now we're gonna inhale, reach our arms out. Exhale, turn your toes, like you guys both have different feet, right? Or her left foot's my right foot and vice versa. So pick a side. So this side, maybe grab your partner's hand. This side, our toes are gonna go straight. Yep, straight out towards the edge of your mat, and then our other one stay parallel to the front of your mat. So we're gonna inhale, both arms up, and then come palm to palm with your partner. You're gonna kind of press into each other's palms. Yeah, have that resistance. And then inhale, exhale, we're gonna hinge to reach and stretch our side. Beautiful. Breathing. Is that okay for you, Gigi? Always communicating with your partner. How are they feeling? Is this okay for them? One more inhale. Exhale, coming back up with a strong core. Beautiful. Turn both feet forward, then your opposite foot out. Inhale. Exhale, hinge. Breathing here. Right? Yeah, pressing into your palms really helps to activate the muscles, which then helps to make them relax even more. So inhale. Exhale, coming back up to center. Inhale here. And then this time, we're going to turn that opposite foot out again. Beautiful. Bend that knee, warrior two. And then exhale, take your hips forward or back while you reach out and then back down. Beautiful. Breathing. Yeah, nice. Pressing into each other's palms. Activate. One more inhale. Exhale, strong core lifts you both up together. Toes come forward, opposite foot comes out. Bend into that knee. And then we're gonna reach our shoulders out and then drop down. Press, breathe. Roll those shoulders down, inhale. Exhale with control, coming back up. Beautiful, release the arms. You can stay where you're at. We're just gonna turn so you can see this better. So you're gonna take your feet about mat distance apart. You're still back to back, but you want about 4 to 6 inches between your heels. Watch first, then do it, because this takes some trust and it takes working together. She's never done this, she doesn't even know what we're gonna do.
I know, I'm like,
I said, trust the process.
Trust the process.
Trust the process. So we're going to micro bend in the knees, feet are wide. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. You might bump butts, that's okay. And then you're gonna grab for your partner's forearms or wrists. Right there. You wanna grip their wrists, inhale. Exhale, look at your partner and take your hips over your head. So pull your hips, wait, keep your arms long. So keep your arms nice and straight and then slowly lean away from each other. So lean your hips that way. Yeah, you wanna pull against me. So you wanna create tension. You wanna pull against each other. More. 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 Yeah, and good. Don't go too far. Yeah. So you want to find that balance, but you don't want to just let go all of a sudden. You don't want to over-dominate. This needs to be equal balance. And if you fall, as part of the process, and as you can see, if your head is tucked in, you just like ninja your way out of the situation.
all right, we can try that again.
That's okay. Well, I guess coming out of it, right? Okay, so again, if one person's pulling too much, that might happen. So you guys have to find that sweet spot where you're both pulling equally. If someone's bigger than the other, they might not pull as hard as the smaller person, right? We want to create that counterbalance that keeps us balanced.
So how, like, drop my head?
Yeah, drop your head, and then our hips are just gonna like be out away from each other, letting your hips come over your head.
Okay.
And then we just reverse that essentially. We'll try one more time. If you fall out, that's no problem. You do not want to take out your eyes off of your partner. Make sure you can always see it. Inhale, exhale together as you take your hips away. Yep, until you just find a nice gentle pull. Is that good? You should feel a nice little stretch in your hamstrings. A little bit more. Always communicating with your partner. Let's get right there. Breathing. And then on your next inhale, bend your knees, slowly come back together, and then release. You don't want to just let your partner go, because then they'll go into that roll again. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. So now we'll get into some flying conditioning. We'll help the base open up their hamstrings to be able to comfortably support and bone stack for their flyer. And we'll help the flyer learn how to really engage their whole body, because tighter is lighter, so they'll have a much easier time being in the air, and you'll have a much easier time moving them through their different positions. So I'm going to lay on my back. Do you mind stepping again? Awesome. And then since Gigi is taller than me and she's got these gorgeous long legs, she's going to have to step her feet a little bit wider when she comes up to me. Yeah, actually. That helps to lower her hips, so that way my feet can comfortably reach her body. Make sure when I pick her up, I don't want a bunch of sand in my face.
You're gonna be eyes closed. Okay, but
okay. So making sure you have like a nice strong foundation. Your back is pressing down into the mat. You really want to engage your core. This is going to take a lot of your lower body core to help stabilize your flyer. So since she has taken her legs wide, this is going to be easier for me to lift her up. But before we go into a full lift, we're going to do what's called ski slopes. So I'm just going to bend my knees. She does not move. She just has her arms straight out in front of her like a zombie. And she's going to hold her position while I pull her in and push her back out with my body. So I'm taking the ball of my foot, planting it right on top of her hip bones. She can always adjust if she needs to. And then she's going to push her hips into my feet, leaning into me, taking her heart back. So see how she kind of has a nice backward C shape? Then we're going to inhale together. Exhale, she doesn't do anything. I bend my knees to my chest. We contact hands, and then exhale out. So stay nice and tight for me. I'm going to push you back down. Yeah, beautiful. So keep pushing your hips forward. Yeah, exactly. Now don't move. And then she stays just like that. Beautiful. I'll push her back out. So if I were to push her too far, she'd fall over because she's giving me her weight. She's trusting that I'm going to hold her and support her and not let her fall. I'm going to do that one more time. Beautiful. And then back out. Nice. So that just kind of gets you used to the entrance of it. So this time, and also making sure that your foot placement feels good. This time when we come into contact, she's going to lift her feet up and back, and keeping her heart lifted, nothing else moves. Inhale. Exhale, coming forward, lift those feet. Nice. So, tighter is lighter for the flyer. As tight as you can be, you are not bouncing. Your base is balancing. So you keep a nice strong contact in the hands. Nice strong arms. I'm going to start to squat her a couple of times. Are you good here? So I'm going to inhale, exhale, bend my knees. So if you have a hard time getting your knees straight, you can just make sure that your ankles are stacked over your hips. And then as you inhale, press up through the heels. Try and stretch your legs as much as possible. Exhale, bend. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, press through the heels. Lengthen those hamstrings. Exhale, bend. Once more, inhale, lift, and stretch. And then settle into this bone stacking. Beautiful. So now we're going to make our flyer work. Do you need to come down for a second? Okay. So if you need to take breaks, come down, come back up. But if you're ready to go, we're going to inhale, get nice and strong, lift your feet, push into your hips. Yeah, so she's going to put her weight into her right hip so much that her left hip lifts off of my foot. Yep. I'm going to put that left leg down now. I'm stepping onto her thigh. My foot is turned out. Now she's going to push into this thigh to lift this hip. Yes. And down. Beautiful. And then inhale. Exhale. Lift this foot. Leg. Yeah. And step back. And then lift this side. Yep. And back. Beautiful. We'll inhale. Exhale down. That can be pretty intense for the flyer, especially if they're a new flyer, or for a new base, especially as the pressure really comes into the hands. But you always want to keep your wrists stacked over your shoulders and everything locked out. To progress, you can start to walk to the knee, to the shin, and then the feet, and walk back up. Want to try?
Sure, yeah.
All right, we'll try. We'll see how this goes. It's been a hot minute since I have based this much. And she's a first-time flyer, so this will be a great experiment here. And we got soft sand around us.
Eyes closed.
Eyes closed. Yeah, so you don't move, you just squeeze tight. Remember, blurry vision. Little bit. It's mostly squeezing your belly and pushing down in your hips. So yeah, squeezing the belly, pushing down the hips, that's it. And then for the flyer, you just want to blur everything out. You don't want to focus, because if you balance, you're going to counter your base's balance, and that's how we fall. So I'm going to keep you balanced. No matter what happens, I'll catch you. So that's the trust in the process right there. So inhale, push the hips forward, and then arms out. Exhale, lift the feet. Beautiful, super strong, love it. So we're going to stay just like this, pushing into my hands, and then inhale, lift this hip. Nice and slow. Exhale, set that leg down. And you can start to bring your legs closer together as we do this. Yeah. Lift this hip. Exhale down. Beautiful. Inhale. Lift this hip. Down. Yep. Push, push, push into this foot. Woo! Nice. And then we'll go back. This shit's intense. Lift. Step. Lift. Step. Lift. Step. Lift. Step, and down. Holy Toledo.
That was good.
Yes. Nice. Okay. We'll go up one more time for Freebird. I'm just going to kind of swivel her around, see about trusting that process, the work we just did, and kind of putting it all together. Freebird. We're at the beach, so it's perfect. Pushing into the hips. Inhale. Exhale together. We're always moving, working, breathing together. Lift this up just a little bit. Oops, sorry. That pretty secure. Yeah. Okay. So lifting through the heart. She can reach her hands back towards her feet. Yeah. Stay nice and still. Tight as light. Beautiful. I'm just swiveling my hips, so I'm taking one hip up to one shoulder, and then swiveling the other hip to its shoulder. Not lifting anything up here. And I'm responsible. I'm pointing, I'm flexing, I'm adjusting to keep her balance. And then we'll come back, grab your hand. Inhale. Exhale, set it down. Awesome.
Trust the process.
Trust the process. So, it may take a little bit of time, but if you trust the process, if you learn to trust your partner, work together, communicate, breathe together, never dismissing your partner's experience, because it is true. They are experiencing it, so we have to honor that experience. So if they're afraid, it's okay. We can come back later. We can get a spotter. Everything we can manage, we can modify to help everyone feel comfortable and trusted and trusting. So, thank y'all joining. Thank you all for joining. We really appreciate you being here. Please leave me any questions or comments or requests. Let me know if you want to see more of Gigi. You can go check her out at Gigi Renee James on Instagram. And you know where to find me, y'all. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Woo! Good job, girl.
Did it.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, so glad. Look at that. We use...
Make sure if you want to see some more.
I will leave that shit in. As like my other videos pop up like.
But make sure, boy. Yo, son.